dishes for visitors. So for her, she has so many beautiful things. And she's hiring out the serving dishes and plates. A small serving dish, it is at 1,000 shillings. A smaller one, the one that follows that, 2,000, until the biggest. So she bought it at once, but she's now getting money from the dishes. So there is a lot, quite a lot that you can benefit from home-based businesses. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told us, who said, much as you are earning that money that I'm talking about, how are you spending it? I already told you one of the hadiths where they told us you're going to be asked on how you got your wealth and how you spent it. Now, you are selling your cakes, you have the money. How are you spending the money? How are you spending that money? He said, spend according to your means. And do not hoard, for Allah will withdraw or withhold from you. Most of us spend beyond our means. You find someone is earning 500,000, they are renting a house of 300,000, they are taking a child to school and they are paying school fees of 600,000. Remember, this person is paying 500,000. What does that mean? It means that all the time you're going to be working in negatives. Because every money you get, you are supposed to pay for the services that you're getting from other people. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tells us, spend according to your means. If you have 100,000, plan and spend within that means. It's unfortunate that even here at IUIU, we have students who are living beyond their parents' means. A student is having a television set of 700,000. At home, they still have this television thing of Kamina. You know that one of Kamina? The one which is like this. The one of 150. This place I think they're even at 70,000. At home, the parents are still having that. They are selling everything to ensure that they pay for you. For you, you are here having a set of 700,000. A student is having a phone of 1 million. Me, I don't, mine is not even 1 million. But students are striving hard to have things that are beyond their means. One day, when I was still a student here, we happened to lose a mother to one of our colleagues. And so we went for burial. But when we reached there, we cried. She didn't know why we were crying. We were crying because of the situation that we found at home. And yet this girl in the hostel is a domicella. You know domicella? Some of you may not know. In hostel, this girl was behaving like a rich mommy. You know? Someone who has it all. Every weekend she would bring for us cakes. We are having pizzas, you know those things. Birthdays, they could be big ones for her. But when we went home, I swear, we cried, she thought we were crying for her mother. But deep inside us, we were crying for the situation we found at home, and yet she was living much more beyond that situation at home. That is not allowed. We are being encouraged to work, to spend within our means. And do not hoard. Because they are saying spend within your means, it does not mean that now for me I'm not going to spend. They are saying, you know, don't overspend, I'm not spending. When you hold, when you keep your money and you do not use it when you're supposed to use it, Allah will withhold from you. Allah will remove that money from you. Is that okay? In one of the surahs, it says, they who spend their wealth in the way of Allah Then follow not up what they have spent without an injury. For them is their reward with their Lord, and they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. If you spend your money in Allah's way, and you do not follow it up with Okwelaka, telling everyone, you see me now at home, I even got for them this, I have done this, you see me the way I spend my money. If you don't follow up your money with all those things that most people do by the way, then for you, Allah has kept for you your reward. Allah has kept for you your reward. What are the different ways in which we can spend our money? One, you ought to spend your money on your family, yourself and your family. That is space for one. So why you're working is you and your family. What else? And what the hadith says, when a man spends on his family members with the intention of seeking Allah's pleasure, then his spending becomes an act of charity. So when you spend on your people, Allah is already giving you rewards. You're like someone who has given charity. And you're getting those rewards times how many? If sheikhs were here, you will tell us. The second way in which you can spend your money is through zakah and sadaqah. Allah tells us, "Oh, son of Adam, spend, oh, son of Adam, and I shall spend on you." We know very well that zakah helps us to balance between the poor and the rich. Because those who have are the ones who are supposed to pay zakah. And of course, that's why we encourage that each one of us should be able to earn so that we are able to be among those people who can pay zakah. How much rewards are other people getting than us? Should be able to ask yourself those questions. If you are unable to pay zakah, you can give people, you can do sadaqah. And sadaqah can be done in different ways. Another hadith tells us that those who believe and do deeds of righteousness and establish regular prayers, money. Quite often, our husbands get money, but also women are saying we don't know where their money goes. We have introduced a home-based business. We are selling. Even you as a family, you see you have customers, but where does the money go? You need to be mindful on how you spend the money. You need to plan for it. You need to know which are the aspects. Not every month you're going to be spending on the same things. You need to know that this month I'm only going to spend on rent. Then the other month I'm going to save this for tuition, or for fees, or for something else. Not every day that you should eat meat or chicken. Somebody don't have to try to olina okumanya nakukiza olina okulya ennyama nakukiza olina okulya enkoko okusobola okubeerawo obulungi. Ate fe abakyala bwe kijja mu spendinga ssente banaye ate tekiyitirira. Women, we don't know how to spend our husband's money, even our own money, we don't know. Every month, someone wants to buy a very expensive hijab. Every month they are saying, for me, every month I'm supposed to buy a hijab for myself. Really? How are you going to develop as a woman if that's how you're spending your money? Buli mweya izokutala yagala ng'omwana yamugulidde y'akagoye akalungi nange nina okwegulira olugoye olulungi okulaakulana ddi. So you need to know how to spend your money. As women, we need to know. You're spending money on cosmetics, a lot of money. You're spending a lot of money on dressing your hair. But you don't know that this is going to affect your future development at home. So as women, Singa tumanya engeri tetusaasaanyamu ssente waka ng'abakyala, kiba kijja kwanguyira n'abaami baffe okukulaakulanya amaka gaffe. Singa ofunayo pulaani n'ogamba mwami wange, wiiki eno neera tubadde tulya nnyama, tukyuseemu tunaakulaakulana ddi? Tosobola kinaababbaawo. Namukyusanga byakujjanjaala. N'asobola okusavinga ssente ezinasasulira abaana fiizi, n'asobola okusavinga ssente ezinaabagulira ettaka musobole okuzimba. Ebyo ebimu bye tulina okukola ffe ng'abakyala. Naye gwe omukyala obudde bwonna bw'okulowooza nti bba waakwagala nakugulira nnyama nkoko bunaakulaakulana ddi? Mulina okumanya ebiyinza okuva mu kusaasaanya obubi. Singa tusaasaanya bubi, if we choose to spend our money anyhow, there is an impact on that. Tewajja kubaawo okulaakulana singa tusalawo obutasaasaanya bulungi ssente zaffe. Wano naakomekereza akafaananyi ako kukalaba. Okukola abantu tebakuteekayo okweyanja, tebawaayo mwoyo ku ngeri ki gye bakola okusobola okufunamu ssente. Naye ate ssebo obulamu bwabwe buli waggulu nnyo, okukola kuli wansi, obulamu buli waggulu. Obulamu bwe babutambulira waggulu, okukola kuli wansi mwana wattu, obulamu bujja kukaluubirira. As Muslims, we strive to live a halal and balanced life. Tulina okulaba nga byonna byonna bye tukola tubikola mu halaali, tubikola mu ngeri ekkirizibwa mu Busiraamu okusobola okwetuusaako biki bye twetaaga. Wealth is a trust from Allah. Hence, sincerity of purpose is key in both earning and wealth. Abantu abo bagamba nti obugagga bugenyi. Singa obukozesa bubi, bukola ki? Bukuddukako ne bugenda. Naye singa obukozesa bulungi, oba ogenda kukola ki? Bufunamu. Abamu ne bagamba nti ssente zirina obujja bungi nnyo. Singa okatika ssente n'ebikolwa ebitategeerekeka, ssente zikuvaako, si za muzannyo mwattu, zikuvaako mangu nnyo. N'olaba omuntu eyali omugagga ennyo ng'asse wansi n'ogamba kikino, omusajja nga yalina ssente. Nga yalina ssente nga yajja ssebo gy'oli n'akusaba abe mama gundi twetagayo kasukaali kiki n'ogamba ono nno omwami yali atuwa sukaali nga ssente zamuddukako yazigattikagatika, ssente tebazigattika. So kale oba oyagala okusigala ssente, oba oyagala okubeera n'obulamu obulungi, oteekwa okulaba ngeri ki gy'ofunamu ssente ezo na ngeri ki gy'okola ki gy'ozisaasaanyaamu. Neyanziza nnyo. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share with you. Anyone with comments, supplements, you're welcome. Yenna alina kyagala okubuuza oba okwongerezako ebyo by'enjogedde waddenga okubuuza.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bill Mustafa. I do appreciate Madam Habiba for the presentation that you have made. My question goes, if at all I happen to be spending on my family members and they are not doing what I'm aiming at, and then I decide to choose someone else outside the family, and I spend the money on that person to do something developmental, how is it regarded in Islam?
If you choose not to spend on your family,
I'm spending on my family members, but they are not doing what I'm aiming at. Then I decide to spend on someone else outside my family members to do something developmental, how is this regarded?
Okay, I think that's cannot be a problem. If at all your family members are still getting what they are supposed to get from you, you can choose to trust another person to give them your businesses to run, because your family members have failed to run the business. But you cannot choose to say, now from today I'm no longer taking care of you. For as long as you continue taking care of them, but you enter another person to take care of your business, I think that is allowed. Although Islam encourages us to build trust with our family members, so that we are able to appreciate and bring the wealth within the family. Thank you.
Now, thank you very much, Ramadhan. Music Trade is my name, attached to the executive person in Uganda Radio. For me, just a comment, not a question. One, I will appreciate you for this wonderful presentation, and I will urge you each much to go to our dear sisters. Many of us, when we engage in homes, we expect that the fact that the man is providing, we don't need to do anything as far as bringing in money in our homes. But just know that a one-sided income, it can't grow a home. But if a woman is bringing something and the man is also bringing, we can also do something. And also, based on the home businesses you have talked about, personally, I can bear witness. The time I was renting before I went away from rentals, I remember I was doing a small business at home because I bought my refrigerator. I was like, this refrigerator, instead of just making only a water for us at home to take, but I bought it in 1.4. Like, oh, this is much money. How is this business adding on me? This refrigerator, I need to venture into it so that you can, besides me taking cold water, it needs also to bring to me something. I ventured into the ice creams. Not nowadays kids have those ice creams and so on. And even adults also eat the baraf and so on. I started doing that. That business was doing it at home right to me and Madame plus the maid. But at the end of the day, I saved the rent money, the maid fee, and even emergencies. So that's how beautiful the home business are. And as I speak now, it's one of the business that it made me to think beyond making it at the home level, that now my mother wanted to abandon her work. Now she's a self-employed person. We're now dealing in refreshments and cosmetics, but it began from home. That's how beautiful home things are. So that's what I can urge my colleagues. It's true professionals can earn us, but professional can't serve you for long. So I'm a journalist, but when I try to add the money I get through journalism, through my profession, plus the family business I learned some years back from my dad, the late. May he so rest in our peace of tire sellers. We are doing more great than that. I have my big sister. They know her. She's called Namono Amina. She started driving household when she was just a school practice teacher. Driving, but what? The home business can earn you bigger than what you think. All those people we are seeing richer than, we are getting inspired of their doing it from one home and they are eating big. I'm a social media blogger besides journalism, but I can sit in my sitting room. I upload someone's advert. He sends me 100, and I'm in my page. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Tsiku, for sharing those inspiring insights.
I have two concepts here which I would like to guide you on. One of which is, like right now I'm a student and maybe my parents have given for me some money, or it may be a friend from outside who has given for me some money. And I happen to spend that money maybe in a good way, giving sadaqah to someone. What justification is there on the reward of the money which I have spent and it has been given by someone? I'm not the one who has earned the money, but it has been given to me. So we talked of earning and spending. I think there's a relation.
وحلول عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Like he has already put it, my name is Rahma Kagwa. I'm a mother. I'm a teacher by profession. Allah has granted me chance to teach from the nursery school, primary, secondary, lower and upper, then here in the university. I am a mother of a number of children. Most of my children have completed their masters, apart from some few who are on their first degrees. So when I'm talking to you, I have some life experience. And myself, I'm a student. Why? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that we have to seek for knowledge from cradle to the grave. That I'm not dead, I'm about to conclude my PhD in education. And shortly, Bidin Rahman, I have to become a professor. Bidin Rahman. Now, our topic of discussion is career guidance in Islamic schools. We thank you so much for being here with us. Some of you have been here with our lecturers, with the rector, and all other facilitators. They have talked much about the socio-economic challenges. And you'll discover that we are re-echoing on the same ideas. Why? Because we are challenged. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are here today. And why? At least for a difference in our lives. Because we are here to search for the solutions Islamically. The contents here, we are to look at the meaning of career guidance, sources of careers, career guidance with regard to the new curriculum, because I'm sure most of you are from the secondary schools. Then sources of career guidance and counseling, Islamic moral principles in careers, importance of careers, benefits of careers, low-cost career paths, students' weaknesses and action points as our solutions. Now, I know when we talk about career guidance, it will take us to use a transdisciplinary approach whereby all different stakeholders are involved. But as per now, in particular, it is you, the students, who are to search for these solutions. The blame game should not be there, that it is so and so, who is supposed to do this and that. It must be ourselves. Then others will be supportive. What is the meaning in this context? Here, we are to try to identify our jobs. We have to work. In the previous years, we have been learning to only achieve or attain a paper. But a paper, whether of mine, is not going to solve the problem of socioeconomic transformation. This challenge here needs us to work, to really produce goods and services by ourselves. Well, we have those ones, but they cannot manage our higher populations than before. So we have to work. We have to create jobs. It is about wealth and job creation in order for us to solve the problem or the challenges of socio-economic ones in our societies. Then it will be based on our interests and abilities. Then where are our strong areas? But you must be aware of our weaknesses in order for us to become very strong, to utilize all the opportunities around us to manage this challenge of economics and the social challenges in our societies. Career guidance and counseling is to make you as a student, or to prepare you to make informed decisions, to enable you have that mind of knowing that I have to sustain my life, then the life of my family, then the life of others in the community, then to the entire world. Sources of careers. We have only 3. In education, we have one man by the names Benjamin Bloom, in the names of the model Bloom's taxonomy. He has talked about 3 learning areas or domains. One learning area is the cognitive domain. This belongs to the brain, and it is the brain that we use in our subjects of arts and sciences. And this is where we get the papers when we study the sciences and the arts subjects. It's about our brain. So the brain must be educated. High up, you will earn. Why? When you just study and you are not having that combination, when you are not having those scores, you cannot attain that profession. But remember, today, we are very many with those papers. So what is challenging us, socio-economic challenge, is that there is an unemployment problem. So when you are just searching for the papers, my friend, you are just about to reach that problem, and it is going to challenge your life. Then another area of concern is our hearts. Our souls must be trained. This is where, like for us as Muslims, this is when we get the Islamic professionals. We have the sheikhs. You cannot become a mufti of Uganda, or the deputy, or another sheikh, or district qadi without papers today. And here in the Islamic University in Uganda, we have a full faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic language. How many of you are attending some lectures from that faculty? By show of hand. By show of hand, Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic language. Now, if you are one, what kind of percentage is that? And how many are aware that we have a faculty here in IUIU called, or by names, Islamic, Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic language? By show of hand. One person. Are you copying the hand from the other hand? Now, where are you going to get the jobs? Where are you going to get the jobs? And very few people are there. And with so many challenges, discrimination, what and so on, income inequalities and employment. So if you are not there, massive as we are, if we are not there, then there is a very big problem, very big challenge. Another area on your body to be trained as a source of income are your hands. These are the basics of all the industries in the world. If your hands are just there, you are just studying, but there's nothing it is doing, then there's a very big problem. And that's why God has made this hand to go to the mouth. You use the hand. Now, where are you getting to eat? Where are you getting that food from in order for you to eat? Now, if your hand is not working, if it has no skill, then there is a problem. Now, for the brain, it is called the cognitive domain. For the heart, it is called an affective domain. And for the hands, it is called the psychomotor domain. Now, career guidance with regard to the new curriculum. Our Ugandan society today is solving the problem of socio-economic challenges, because previously we have been only concentrating on the works of the brain and just to get that paper and sit there in the office and just talk what and so on, and that is all, and they give you the money. But today we are very many. You have to produce something. Now, in this curriculum, they are emphasizing the practical knowledge. And how do we get this knowledge? Because we want to solve the problem. We have the activity of integration. Please, when you are there and they assign you an activity of integration, it means that they are building your career. They are building on your brain in order to solve a certain problem. And that's where you will get your scores. Then this curriculum is competence-based, whereby it is to solve the skills, to help students acquire the skills of the 21st century. Talk about the critical thinking, creativity. The critical thinking is about informed decisions. Now today, how are you going to make a solution? You have to decide that you have to sustain your life. You have to be independent. That is an informed decision. Creativity, problem solving. Are you aware of the problems in society? Yes, one of them is the unemployment problem. Now, if you are not creative enough with all the papers around you, with all others having their papers, then the collaboration for conflict resolution. Why are we not friendly? Why is it that there is violence in society? So it is this curriculum to solve problems. What about communication? Can you utilize the ICT, the social media, positively, other than just TikToking, whatever, what and so on, doing nothing but to damage yourself? This curriculum, it is project-based, whereby a student is to identify a problem and begin building by planning, getting the resources, engaging other people. I've said it is a multidisciplinary approach. Going to the communities, we are trying to solve the problem. Like the national theme today is about environment. How can we conserve the environment? A student should pick at least a solution out of the many, and he or she builds upon it and goes ahead to implement. It is a problem-solving method or curriculum. So when you are there in the secondary school, we are solving those challenges. Then it is the assessment. Its assessment is based on the knowledge, then the values and the skills. So those values, the teamwork, those social skills are all evaluated. And then, like we have said, it is about problem solving, and this is at an international level about the sustainable development goals. And among those goals is when we have one of saying that there should be no poverty. Can we achieve that? So please, can you work upon using your available resources and solve that? What about the zero hunger, the gender inequality, quality education, and many others? Then the climate change, there's the environmental degradation and others. So that curriculum there is a very, very rich curriculum, and it is out of it that we are going to change our societies. So as Muslims, as Muslim students, you have to accept and embrace this curriculum. Because when we talk about career guidance, it is challenging to all of us. So many challenges. But now, what is the way forward? What are you going to do as a student? Please take the new curriculum as serious as possible in order for us to change our societies in solving those problems. Sources of career guidance and counseling, we have subject teachers. They can guide us, though challenged, career counselors or mentors, our parents, if they are there. You can walk and find no parent. What am I meaning? The parent cannot guide the child. Why? Because the parent was not guided. Are you getting me right? Okay. But we have parents. So you are the parents of tomorrow. You have to guide your children. Then school libraries, online resources, local businesses, community centers, career events, places of worship, then the Quran and the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All those are sources of career guidance and counseling in our societies, and more especially to you as our students. Now, Islamic moral principles in careers, in the jobs. There are many of them, but among them, we have honesty in careers, trust, justice, empathy, responsibility, which is accountability, respect, patience, kindness, and hard work. Why do we talk about all these ones? You will fail when you start a business and you are not truthful in whatever you are selling. You are selling goods that are rotten. You cannot take them back to your home, but you are selling them because you need some money. You must be so open to the customer and inform him about the damages of your goods. Those qualities are Islamic and we need them. You have to respect your customers. It's because of time. I cannot talk about each one of them. But Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam has talked about career guidance. In one hadith of Bukhari on the authority of Miqdam ibn Madkarib, he has said, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the best sustenance is that which you earn by your own industry. That Prophet Dawood or David, peace be upon him, used to earn his sustenance with his own hands. In another hadith, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that to earn through labor is the best way to earn, provided the work is done with sincerity. It is in the hadith of Ahmad ibn Hanbal on the authority of Abu Huraira. So, members, we have to be sincere in whatever we are doing. Then for the importance of the careers, we have said that the jobs, those income activities are to help us as individuals, then our home-based needs, our community needs, the national needs, then at the globe. Benefits of career is to safeguard. We have already said this. It is like it is the curriculum of the Muslims that we are to safeguard our religion. You cannot safeguard Islam without money. And you cannot attain money without an activity. How are you going to pay zakah? How are you going to contribute in sadaqah without money? Then we are to safeguard our lives. We have to work. We are to safeguard our intellect. We are to safeguard our children. Then we are to safeguard our wealth. Today, Muslims are not safeguarding their wealth. They are just workers of others. Why am I saying so? Allah has said that, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, la ta'akulu riba. Adhafa mudhafa wa taqullaha la'allakum tuflihun. That all you who believe, do not eat riba, or do not be engaged in riba, which is multiplied what and so on. That we are to fear Allah if we are to be successful. Today, almost, let me use the word, because you are young, but it's like all of us, the Muslims, are in riba. Those interest rates taking your profits, taking your capital sums, and then you keep working, but there's nothing that you are gaining. We are not safeguarding our wealth. Now, low-cost career paths, I know one of the challenges in career guidance is that we are facing a financial constraint everywhere. But digital and online jobs, ICT, you people, it is your age of ICT. Utilize it, not just to type a message to a friend, hello, I love you, what and so on. Yes, what and so on. No, it's about something which is productive. Writing and editing, graphic design is photography. You can even prepare meals. Members, what about farming? What about waste management, bricklaying? How are you utilizing your energy? Even you, the girls, with the everywhere, you are just big for nothing. You have to do something. Your energy, you are wasting your energy. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask us about those energies. Can't we build? Members, I'm just concluding. Students' weaknesses. I told you that all stakeholders are challenged. Even the governments have been challenged. That's why government of Uganda has brought about the new curriculum in the secondary schools. But it has been challenged for all the years since independence. So here we are talking about ourselves. You as students, neglecting career guidance. Should somebody come here and say, hey, it's career guidance day. Hey, you find them flying over. They do not want to come. We are saying that please, you should not neglect career guidance. Lack of interest. I was talking to some of the students. They told me that, oh, madam, those jobs, those activities are for the old people, elderly, the parents. That for us, we are in the school. That, madam, wait until we finish schooling, then we shall incur the cost of carrying out careers. My friend. No interest, much ignorance. Unaware of the talents. We have to explore our talents. Not attending career events to see how people have displayed. They will have displayed what they have done. It is your role. And then we have another challenge of being unaware of the unemployment problem. You are just studying, thinking that you are going to be employed. Just as you finish, they tell you that there's no job. There's no job, but I have a paper. Yes, there are so many people with so many people with the similar what? Papers. Even others are better than yours. What about the income inequalities? What about discrimination? You will move with your papers and yet you have a role to sustain your life. Then you are unaware that you are going to sustain your life. You are with your parents, but tomorrow you are going to be alone. Then lastly, where are our action points? Recognize career guidance, focus on subjects of your interests and abilities, and then focus on skills development, set goals and plans, take ownership because it is that individual responsibility. Utilize social media, volunteer in work, that is go for internships for practical knowledge if you are to sustain your life. Attend career events, utilize available resources, then reflect on Islamic values. Thank you so much. You have been a good audience. I know you have so many questions, but because of time, we shall meet again. I'm here, your mother, Rehma Kagwa. Let us take this beautiful Allahumma Rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar wa ghafir mu'minina wal mu'minat wal muslimina wal muslimat alahya minhum wal amwat birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Rehma Kagwa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you abundantly.
Allah has given us so many ayat, and among others, He has said that Wallahu ja'ala lakum min anfusikum azwaja wa ja'ala lakum min azwajikum banina wa hafada wa razaqakum min at-tayyibat. He has told these men here and others out there that He has created for them women from themselves, and from the women He has created the children, and from the children He has created the grandchildren. Then He has provided them with the provision. Provision are all the resources around you. Like the other son of mine has said, you must be skilled to utilize all the resources available around you. Utilize them. What do I mean? Then in another verse, Allah has said that fankihu ma twaba lakum mina nisa'i matna wa thulatha wa ruba'. That marry women of your choice, 2 or 3 or 4. Maybe if you are a weak man in other ways, then you have only one. How do we understand this? Population is wealth. Population, those are the human resources. You have to utilize them. Therefore, for the women who are jealous, who resist polygamy, you are resisting the wealth for our ummah. For us in economics, we have 4 factors of production of goods and services, and that is land, population. Then when they talk about labor, they are talking about population. When they talk about entrepreneurship or entrepreneurs or managers, they are talking about people. So all the resources are in land, and the human resource is very vital. Now for the ummah, when we multiply for women and the children and the grandchildren, we are having customers for our businesses. Those are profits. When we are having very many, the women, the children and the grandchildren, those are votes for politics. We go to the parliament because of the population. So population is a very, very important resource in the human life, and now more especially in the Muslim ummah. But the Muslims are unaware of such a resource. Instead, men are running away from their wives. They marry for with the children and the grandchildren, they run away from the resources. We have to utilize the resources. I have thanked you so much, and another student of mine. Thank you so much. So today you've gone knowing that when a man marries another woman, he is adding another resource. Not so. Thank you so much. Then when we are very many, we shall sail in the socio-economic transformation. I thank you so much. I request others to join us when you go out there and you promote the message. Thank you so much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. I hope you have heard.
Is about management of youthful stage in the Islamic perspective. That is the topic I wanted us to share this evening. Before you, before me, before your parents, your grandchildren, your grandparents, mothers and fathers, were nobody. Right? Okay? That you now exist. When we are joining our schools, either you started from nursery, you started from P1, you started from secondary, you started from primary 1, there is a name that you were tagged to. There are things that we share in common. As a youth, who is a youth? A youth. A youth is someone who is below according to katuveyo mu constitution. Thank you. A youth is a person in between 18 and then those below 18. Okay. Tugende master tujja funa ekituufu. Someone. Then those one below 15, they are youth. Those are children. Kale tujalaba abaana abato abali wana ab'emyaka 12. Someone else lastly. A youth is someone between. Can we describe a youth with his or her character so that we can see a real youth? Can someone tell us the real character of a youth? That if someone has done this, we can really tell that this is a youth. A youth is energetic. Jangu seka. Ngobera wan. A youth is someone who has reached his puberty stage. Njagala character. Character. Can you get a character in that definition? Jango. Wama Jango. Twagala those reality. Okay.
A youth is mentally active.
Is?
Mentally active.
Buli kyakola yaba akimanyi. Jango. I want this side. Stand up. Someone is giving you a mic. A youth. Kale. Jangu ama. Twagala riyo youth. Yes. What does it mean? Even me, I don't know it.
Let me break it down. In simple terms, it means someone who acts upon his mind. What he feels that he should do it, no one can stop him. And the moment you try to bring in your thing, he has to follow what his mind is
telling him. That is a youth. Muzanya. Jangu. Muzanya. Mugenda bikola wano. Asembayo. Ibindira wano so. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Action eriwa. What is the action there?
He doesn't want to be okay.
get sometimes they are difficult to get computer.
Don't you think they almost alike with his? Njagala y'omu. Kibulamuko katono. Waliwo omukyala? Is there? Okay, waliwo guli omukono. Aba yeewulira alowooza yakula jangu wamma. Jangu. Okay, I think these are enough. You come. This gentleman here, he says a youth is that person who is between from his childhood to adult stage. That is a youth. Yes. A youth is someone, either male or a female. We want to see how youths behave. Tutandikire kwani? Tukoleremu abavuka kye bakola. Yes, tell us what they do, the youths. To really, when to define this is a youth, either in a walking style, in a talking style, eating, behaving.
Now, like this moment, actually, what I can try to assure the audience is that even me, I've never been a youth, and I'm still a youth. I'm still a youth. Yes. The one thing which a youth tries to do, actually, the youth may try to change his voice. Now, like for instance, these days, we have a brother of mine whom I follow.
We want action.
Action. I'm going to bring it. Have a brother of mine whom I follow. Is such a boy whom we share the same voices, but at times when he sees us, he begins changing the voice like we want to talk about like the way they are trying to imitate these upcoming musicians. There is a way they try to make voices that for them they are celebrities. Now for them to be different from these younger kids,
amateur youths,
amateurs, they make their voices to appear big. And in other words, it may not be a natural voice, but rather they just try to adopt it.
Mumpeere takbire nene. Then musajja wange manje olwendo lwange luliwa. Ono ayinako ekikumi kye. Demonstrate for us. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I said that youths are sexually active. How? Like if it is in men, there is a language we always use. Like skirt of muscle.
Okay. Ako kamala sebo. Kati weyongere ekikumi. Kati kusigaze ku balance mmeka? Lusamu. Zijja kugwayo sebo. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Muvuka atambula ati. Bwatyo. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Atia.
Sometimes, like us girls, she's more polite.
kati ngowe muli wano mweyisanga abakulu naye muli byana bito. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. We are on the process on how you can improve on yourself. Remember, at first, our inputs were looking at what a youth can see, what he can hear, what the parent do to him, what the environment. But here we want to sharpen this youth, we want to make this youth that he can become a responsible youth. We are on the negative thinking of a youth. You remember our example that the other youth will think negative on whatever he can say. When he see two people talking, he will begin saying, so and so they were talking about me. Who said hello? They are not talking about you. They have their own issues, they have their own problems that they can discuss apart from you. They talk, when they look at you, they laugh. Then you say, mbade munjogerako ki? Safina. Mwatandise okunjogerako? Mbakoze ki? No one was talking about you, my friend. They were talking about their issues. But you bring now attention for them to begin speaking about you. We want to have a high esteem. We have a session called the Women Affairs League. We don't know whether it's there in your high schools or secondary school, but Katintini Tauba Sauba, she's the chairperson of Women Affairs League. They have different sessions of inviting different people to speak to them. We said you are our ambassadors of change. As we go back to our schools, our communities, can we transfer the same message? Can we find some people to speak to us? Can we find things that can raise our esteem? When opposite sex calls the other opposite sex to come and visit him, either maybe in public place or private areas, you go with the mind. Our sec was asking, how do you say a no without hurting the other friend of yours? When you go with your positive mind, this gentleman will not do anything evil to you. There are those mechanisms. Maybe when you go back and have those sessions, we shall be able to come and share with you. Maybe your senior women teachers always teach you or have those sessions with you. And senior men teachers. Do you have them? Senior men teachers at our school? They teach you the techniques on how to escape a man when he wants to rape you. Do you have those techniques? Do you have them? You don't have them. I give you one. It will be another session, I think. Yes? It needs another full session. But as you go back, it is important. You don't fight him. You don't fight a man who wants to rape you. Never fight them. Okay? I want to mention it. Never fight them. When you fight them, they will gain strength. Because you know you can't fight a man. Then so, you can't fight them. The only technique that I can give you is one. You blackmail his mind. Okay? His brain. He thinks you've accepted. Okay? You say, Muzaffar, please, don't force me. Let's go slow. I'm telling you, don't think it is a joke. Yes. Muzaffar, don't force it. When you know him, don't force it. Let us first know one another, please. You just want to use force? No. Let's go slow. My name is so and so. If that man is able to listen, Then I'll give you the other side if he can't listen. Okay? Remember, when someone comes to you, will come with with energy. But when you say, first listen, he will think, now kato good day. You've liked him. You want. He will first give you his mind and begin sharing. When you have those sessions, we shall come to schools. We shall not tell you when these other gents, but because these ones are good, okay? We shall give you more tactics and techniques. You can invite the team of Women Affairs League of Islamic University in Uganda. And why do we do that? We want to see our Muslim girls and sisters when they are safe. They keep their image. They keep their virginity. And you know what Allah promised to them? You know what Allah promised to them? That when you keep it to the man who is going to take you, you have a chance of saving 10 people from hellfire. Did you know that? So just imagine the people that you've lost, you've missed to save if you've lost your virginity. It means if your father is going to hellfire, tell him muliro. Why? So we are on our point of self-esteem, the process on how we can improve on ourselves. And then the other last one is the social role. Social role, how we live with others, how we relate with others. It is indiscipline, it is un-Islamic to speak, to abuse someone with his or her tribe. Okay? It is a sin actually. Okay? One of the messages of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu on his last messages, he mentioned about it, that don't abuse, don't segregate. We are all one person. There is no one who is superior. He gave an example on Arabs. The Arab is not superior than whites, and whites are not superior than Africans. So the Bagisu, you are not superior than the Baganda, you are not. Don't say mwe Bigisu, mwe Binyoli, mwe Biganda. We are all one person. Mwe bisajja ebimpi. Sagala msajja mumpi. Hello. Go with the one you want, but don't bali baleke. The other bisajja bimpi. Bimpi naye biina sente. Temwagala sente. Bimpi naye biina amagezi. Temwagala basajja balina amagezi. So kati leave them. Abakyala abeeru gwe baleke obato baagala. Aba black baleke. Don't talk ill about them. Take what you want. Social role. Which role do we have in our community, with our surroundings? How do we relate with others? It is key. It is paramount. I'm about to finish. And lastly, on output. We are looking at a youth as input, process, and output. What is the output? The output, what we get after you, after seeing your social role, the heart, your iman. When you have iman, what shall we see? Tujalabo mchala asiva, tujalabo mchala cha Allah, tujalabo mchala nga akumye bawe, tujalabo mchala nga akuma virginity omwana owobuwala, and so on and so forth. But our output here is, one is discipline. Discipline is seen and felt. Do you realize that? Do you realize that? That we can feel discipline and we can see it. How do we see? The discipline with our African setting, when a woman is greeting a man, you'll find that we kneel a little bit down, right? That is our African. Over na Uganda. You'll find that they will kneel down. They can't speak, someone can't speak while eating. You can't eat, you can't speak while, you can't eat while walking, and so on and so forth. You can't dress, you can't make up while moving, you can't make up in public. You are in public, then you get a mirror and begin doing ABCD. If you have them, it is in discipline. Discipline, we can feel it, we can see it. Okay? A gent, you're speaking to public, you begin touching here and hello, and so what? You speak, so discipline is seen and we feel it. Okay? As I conclude, I've made the comma, and then leadership. We can see the leadership in you when it is good. When you're a bad leader, we shall feel you, we shall see you. Then lastly is our families that we are going to make. We have seen a youth in 3 stages. His input or her input, the process, and then this whole complete set of a youth. There are so many things that we can share, but due to time that we have with you, we may not transceive all. Allow me to end here and thank you once again for your precious time to be with us. We can't regret for meeting you at Islamic University in Uganda. Thank you. Let's go, we break for prayers. We come back shortly for another presentation, then inshallah.